Are you here? Good morning, Ms. Anderson.
Good morning, Court. I just wanted to come before you today. I have given each of you a statement that was issued by my office yesterday to the media. And I know that this item, it's regarding an investigation I did into the November 8th, 2016 election. I know this item is not before us today on the agenda to discuss, but I just wanted to come in and let you know that this was issued yesterday. Here's the information, the facts behind it. And if the court, if it's your will to have this on the agenda at a later time, I'd be happy to come back and discuss it. Basically, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court, if you'll read the statement. Okay, the next I have is Mr. Matt Oker. Good morning, Mr. Oker.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Court. Yeah, it's interesting you bring up that deal about being, us signing a statement that we will tell the truth and we're under oath. I wish you would do that for the people that come in here that get economic incentive benefits, who toss out a lot of numbers to y'all and a lot of projections that, quite frankly, I think if we were to look back on the promises made and look back at what actually came to fruition, I think a lot of those numbers probably don't flesh themselves out. But anyway, moving on. Ms. Anderson, I read her statement to the public yesterday, and I just got to tell you, this thing just gets more and more bizarre as every day goes by. I have to wonder at this point, who in the hell believes this stuff? It just boggles my mind. My 13-year-old can understand this better than evidently the majority of the public does here in Hays County. So now we have supposedly the 2 votes that we couldn't find, we've now found. Well, now we have a bigger problem, because now there's a 3rd vote that evidently was cast, that was cast against these propositions that we know because y'all canvassed that election. And I have in my hand, this is a page 3 from the judgment that I've submitted previously to the court. In finding of fact number 9, it states there are only 2 qualified resident voters in the district. In the contestant's original petition by the Meisenheimers, in number 11, it states they were the only 2 qualified resident voters in the district. In the contestee's original answer, under number 11, it states there were only 2 qualified resident voters in the district. I don't know what it's going to take for y'all to look at this and go, man, something doesn't pass the smell test. Is it because I'm up here saying it and some of you folks don't like me personally? Is that what it is? Because I cannot believe that this is not being taken seriously. I cannot believe that we now have, I've lost count of how many different official positions we have. And then we have the unofficial positions that, they probably didn't push the cast ballot button, and, they might have voted against when they thought it was for and whatever. All this supposition that none of you has given any proof of, but y'all have gone out and told members of the public this. I know y'all have. Y'all have told me. Some of y'all have told me. And so it just amazes me that we continue to have this narrative that week after week, evidently some of y'all huddle together and try to figure out what the next story is. Why can't we flesh this out right here in this court? I was told last week that's what we're going to do. I guess maybe y'all got to have more time to get your story straight or whatever. I'm just going by the facts. This is public documents. I'm no forensic pathologist here, but I know what comes out of the back end of a male bovine when I smell it, and this is it.
Okay. Next one is David Crowell. Good morning, Mr. Crowell. Welcome.
Good morning, Judge.
You may begin.
I'll add a little levity to it this morning. Mr. Jones is sitting up there in his underwear. Now, that's not the whole story. The whole story is that he has a nice suit on, nice tie, and looks real great and everything. Now, why would I say something like that? Well, it gets back to the bond election last fall. You guys paid someone to go out there and just preach it that there's going to be no tax rate increase. Well, that's not the whole story. The whole story is, from what the bond advisor said, the only way there would be no tax rate increase is for the appraisals to continue to go up. If the tax rate stays flat, the appraisals go up, taxes go up. You're trying to mislead the public that there would be no taxes going up. Now, I'm assuming that we actually did have a bond election for road bonds. This morning I went in and I printed out the official general election canvass results for Hays County. It's 49 pages. There's no results for the road bond election in here at all. Did we have it or not? I looked through all 49 pages that are listed. But more importantly, and the point I want to bring home this morning is something that in the past 4 weeks preaching about the errors in our election results, something hadn't come to mind. Apparently they found out now where there were some votes that should have been counted that weren't. What about the flip side? Where there were votes that were counted that should not have been. And you need not look any further than the very first page of the election results. Precinct 111 lists registered voters as 420. However, there were 718 ballots cast in 111. And it even specifies here 171% voter turnout. I don't know what else to say other than we've got some real problems here, folks. Thank you very much, Judge.
Okay, the last one I have is Mr. Sam Brannon.
Good morning. This is 5 weeks now. We're down here trying to bring some issues on electronic voting in the November 2016 election to light. And just, not that any one of you cares, but it costs me $50 in hourly wage every time I come down here to speak to you. So, you know, for what that's worth is $200, and then I have to pay $36 to get an information request filed. I'm not convinced that any of you really care what's going on here. We've got a commissioner that's not even here that was on my butt all the way from Limberley this morning because I had to go out there and do a job this morning on my way back in. He's in town, but he doesn't care enough to be here. And I don't see anybody up there care enough to address this issue. We're not making this stuff up. Show us you care a little bit. What's going on from the press release that was put out yesterday versus the questions that we've asked and the hearings that we've asked to have heard, it looks like a PR campaign to cover up a scandal. If you guys wanted to look like you were playing, don't roll your eyes, Commissioner Wisnett. I mean, this is not a small thing, and you're up here ignoring us every week. We're taking our time to come down here and plead with you. And we can fill this room up with excited people if that's what it takes. I don't understand why you would not want to have this heard. I don't understand why you don't want to look your citizens in the eye and say, yeah, we've done everything we can to make sure that we've got fair elections going on here. And that's not happening. You're stepping around it. If our only option is to call for outside investigations, I guess we can do that. I'd rather this be handled above board as adults, as members of this community. But if we don't have any other options, that's what we have to look into. This is really sad, sad state. And I'll say again, this looks more like a banana republic down here every day.
Is that all? Thank you for your comments.